And I wanted to kick off number one to, well, back to back. I guess we bring up Giatano again, right? Your man G, Jorgen, and he just flat out says, he goes, demand gen marketers, why you let lead gen companies to brainwash you, right? And he talks about the old school playbook. You run display, you do content syndication, you get a bunch of leads, and that playbook doesn't work anymore. That's dead. The new playbook, right? Kind of that building brand awareness, capturing demand. He's going to do his own research on his own. And I got a gripe a little bit about this, actually. And it's not because I think G is necessarily wrong. It's how people are interpreting the advice. And that's kind of why I really want to do this, which is, and I see it all over LinkedIn, right? People are reading this and you read the comments like, oh, hell yeah, like lead gen's dead. One, I don't think lead gen is dead by any means. Two, that's how people are taking it. Lead gen is dead. Do not gate your ebooks. They're going straight to brand and then capturing demand, right? Kind of talked about that in the last episode, and that's what they're focused on, where I think leads are an intricate part of your marketing strategy. They should be part of the mix. The reality is they shouldn't be your only mix. And yes, the whole idea of content syndication bullshit, and then we're going to get as many leads as possible to feed the sales org and pass them off to sales. Yes, that is dead. But should you be generating right fit leads in your target ICP to nurture them long-term as part of your strategy? 100%. And that's kind of my biggest gripe as I kind of look at this topic. And I'll kick it off maybe to you, Jorgen, as a kind of that VP of marketing and what you're doing and what you think about this topic.
Look, VP or not, I don't think anything is ever dead. So I think that's a little too bold for me. But do I think third-party content syndication to drive a bunch of leads is going to be a big part of my mix? Definitely not. But it is a part still for some people. Like I talked to a super credible, demand-oriented marketer just last week who's telling me she's still doing it and it's still performing for her. And that's somebody I trust. So look, it's just not dead, right? Like, but it's fun to talk shit about it. It's fun to say like, oh, well, we are far more sophisticated than that. And no diss to G, that's not what he's saying. But like, stop calling this like shit's dead. Like, no.
Yeah, I'll actually be interested in Liz's take because he really honed in on the tech buyer, right? I know Liz, your buyers are tech oriented, so kind of curious what your thought is on this whole lead gen is dead thing.
Yeah, so we have an extremely technical audience that we serve at Logi. Lead generation is not dead. You will always need leads as part of your funnel. However, lead generation as the key KPI that marketers are held to is very, very dead. It is so dead. And I think the flaw in that is that when you run just for leads, you're running content syndications. They're not matching your ICP. They're not showing intent. They're not qualified. And basically, you're just making everybody upset because you are, reaching out to people who are not ready for that sales engagement. I mean, we've all had people call us and, you just send it like directly to end. So you're basically staffing a sales team to reach out to leads that are not ready. For me, I would actually have less MQLs and more meetings and more opportunities if that's possible, right? When you run a marketing organization based on revenue, you actually focus on the KPIs that run a successful marketing strategy. So I think it as a strategy is dead. However, leads will always exist in your life cycle. You have to become a lead to have a meeting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to say this for Jorgen. He knows. I mean, Drift still does some lead-based. I see gated content. They're running ads around, and he's going to rock that, right? I think that's really important for people to understand, right? Lead gen isn't dead. It's not going anywhere. I think what I finally realized is the only thing actually marketing teams have figured out how to scale is leads. When I've audited, and I'm, dozens of marketing teams, and this is honestly 90%, they have not figured out how to scale revenue yet. And I still think there's this shift happening, but that's kind of the big reality I've had is the only thing a lot of marketing teams have figured out is how to scale leads. They don't know how to scale anything else.
And scaling demand is much more difficult than scaling leads. We can all run content syndication and pay for them. We can all run very broad PPC. We can all, run a LinkedIn that's so top of funnel that you get anybody who just is interested. Scaling for revenue and creating actual demand for your product is so much more complex. I actually think that running for leads is taking the easy route out.
Yeah. So two thoughts, right?
That's fair.
Two reasons why people are doing it. One, because it's really nice to have somebody else do the work and just have the shit come in, right? Like that's nice. And then legitimately it does work to some degree for some people. The thing is like, what's the focus of your marketing strategy, right? Where are you placing your bets? You're not going to go all in like that's going to be our thing. What I look for is where is there an arbitrage opportunity and what fits our business, and that's it. And no, third parties content syndication is not in that conversation. So I'm with you on that one, G.
Yeah, I think, and we'll move on to the next topic. We went a little long here, but I think G in the end would agree with us with that sentiment, right? We all get it. We wanna poke the bear on LinkedIn too a little bit.